Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the garden. As you saw in today's thumbnail, today is our July garden tour. It's been a month since the last time I've uploaded. We've been enjoying ourselves, staying safe, you know, trying to start to visit some family again as things started to loosen up. But now as, you know, all the crazy pandemic stuff is going on, we're starting to tighten things back up now. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Today we're here to take you through the garden. A ton of changes in the last month, so I'm really excited to walk you through all of that. So let's go. So we went to Home Depot, got some really cheap, just like post caps, because if the water sits on top of those posts, I think I mentioned it before, it'll really screw you up. So got that taken care of. The roses are coming along. I just had some diatomaceous earth sprinkled down there, had some ants getting after them. So roses are coming along. They're now, you know, getting ready to get up to the cattle panel. But the number one thing that strikes you when you come into the garden now is just how much size the tomatoes have put on. They are starting to put off some fruit. There they are, coming in. I debated for a long time that whether I was going to like prune them or not, and since we've got 35 tomato plants just of one variety, plus a couple more types that you'll see that have put in since last month, I think I'm just gonna let them go. If I don't get as high a yield, I think that's more than okay. Our marigolds are coming in, so I way overplanted them. That is way too dense, so please don't do what I do. But those are French marigolds. We're really excited that they're gonna be coming up. This back row of tomatoes is definitely the ones that are a little slow, but I kind of want it because that means that we'll just be harvesting some of these a lot earlier than the others, so it'll space it out nice. I am really excited for the onions, white and yellow. Some of the peppers that we planted long time ago are coming up now. There's a green pepper in there and some sweet peppers. We've got a couple kale left. They've about run its course. You can see the zucchini has been going absolutely crazy. See the fruit in there, just right there, and also down in there there's a bigger one. Lettuce greens are still here, but the spinach ran its course, so those are gone. We did have one loss. I'll show you some things that I put up to help deter birds, and it has worked. Not completely, but there are some tricks that I am using that I'll share with you that hopefully you can use. First, our owl deterrent. You have to move him quite often in order for that to work. But we also wanted to try these like cheap little things we got off Amazon. I'll put them linked below if you're interested. But they're like really shiny, and they just make a flash of light that makes the birds uncomfortable and fly away. They're actually working pretty well. I've put one here, just with some gauge wire from the fence over there, a couple more over there. But the one loss we had was unfortunately the edamame. I think it got covered in ants, and then the birds came in and really just eviscerated it. So it is coming back, and there are a couple pods on it, but not looking too pretty. This bed had our kind of spinach that didn't germinate well, so I replanted it, and dang guys, like they are coming up really, really nice. Just today, this morning, we took out all of our lettuce. It got kind of a little too bitter for us anymore. We had, geez, I bet we had 9, 10, maybe even 12 different cuttings off this bib lettuce from Johnny's. Planted, you know, right after first frost, transplanted. That is, highly recommend. Slicing cucumbers are coming up. They're starting to put off their little grabby feelers. You can see in there, little feelers are coming off. Grab the fence, and that's also diatomaceous earth on there. They're getting a little pest pressure, you can see right there. So we wanted to get that figured out while we can. Under here is some cabbage. It's red acre cabbage. I wanted to give it a shot. It's a little late for it, but I'm going to be keeping it under the agribond, so I wanted to give it a shot, see what happens. Through here we got obviously this whole other side wood chipped now and done. I've gotten the 3 beds over there. We have one more bed we're going to be putting in right here, plus the 3 beds that got put in over here. This side I am experimenting with some late season carrots, really focusing on watering and keeping them cool. after they get germinated. And then on that side there are more radishes. Again, kind of a later season radish. If you do radishes later in the season, they get just a little bit spicier, which I kind of like, so I wanted to try it. Here are the watermelon that we've got going. And then we've got some pumpkins over there. This bed we just put in today. There's literally nothing planted in it. I've got some plans for this, but I don't want to share it just yet. On this bed, we actually just planted this one this morning. And these are golden Jubilee tomatoes. Those have been in seedling form in our little nursery. So we're happy to get those in. And then over here in the final row, we have our Boston pickling cucumbers and the marigolds that were coming up. Those marigolds are actually from Burpee's, but the cucumbers are from Johnny's. Today is the 4th of July, so we are going to be having a bit of a little campfire outside, maybe some s'mores if we're lucky, and just some good times. Bought a couple fireworks. But I'm just so happy that we've made such great progress on the garden here. It's been awesome and great learning experience, and also just a good place to meditate and take your mind off everything. So I'm excited with the progress. We've had some setbacks, but it's been really good. So that's the back half. There's a couple things just up front I wanted to show you that we added, and then we'll wrap this up. Thanks for sticking with us this long. As I walk up here, I'll share with you that I planned to make this video yesterday so I wouldn't have to do it on the holiday. But we had kind of a disaster. I got back to the house and went to take a shower from the other day, and the water was out and our well pump went out, so we had to get that replaced. Had to increase our pressure though for the garden, so the sprinkler system can reach a little further because we had some room to grow there, and now we're really good. So for those of you who have watched our previous garden videos, you know that these things don't look awesome, and they're kind of a test for us for some things that we didn't know we wanted to grow, and if they would grow well in containers, because we want them to ultimately be in raised beds. So this is kind of like our little test grounds here. These are our russet potatoes, looking really good. These are sweet potatoes over here. These are our Pilato peppers, and we are happy to report that we have some peppers coming on in a few places, which is just really exciting. We're pretty happy about that. These are a yellow pepper and also some hot banana peppers, and just a couple cucumbers that we had left over that couldn't fit in the garden. We didn't want to throw them away. Now, before any of you mention it in the comments, I don't pretend to be an expert here. I have done a lot of research that could help me do the right thing, but I do know that those peppers are way too close to each other to not crossbreed a little bit and make maybe certain peppers hotter that they shouldn't, but I'm kind of okay with it. Water tank was clutch during the pump being out for 2 days. 110 gallons of water to be able to hold you over that you can boil or do whatever you need to do if it came down to it. But mostly it's been 90 some degrees every day, and I had to water the garden, so we were able to use that. So I have a video on this whole setup if you're interested. I'll leave that in the corner and link down below, so just go to give that a check out if you're interested in a system like this. It's pretty sophisticated in terms of some of the plumbing work, and by sophisticated means that I did it, so can you, but it's not just as simple as a spigot on the side, so go check that out. A couple herbs over here, and then our volunteer pumpkin. He's getting eaten up a little bit too, so I got the diatomaceous earth on him, but I'm super interested to see how he performs, because that's really cool that it came from our pumpkin from last year, just totally by accident. And don't forget the asparagus over there, if you remember them. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate your support. For those of you who've been with us a long time, thanks for watching this long. You know that you're the ride or dies. We appreciate you so much. Leave a comment below if you're one of those ride or dies watching here on the end, so we can show you guys some special love, because we really appreciate you. And because you watched this long, you'll get to see Bear for a second, and then we'll end it. So with that, thanks so much. Please be good to each other. Continue to wash your hands, and we'll see you next time. Oh, hello. Hello. Do you see the camera? You're getting so big. Touching everything. Said you made mischief?
Yeah.
Where?
Right below you.
Whoops.
Started pulling out all the bags and stuff on the shelf.
Are you mischief? Are you mischief? Yes.